My name is Dr. Lola Fatoyinbo, and I am an environmental scientist. So my specialty is studying forests, wetlands, and in particular mangrove forests. So mangroves have actually been disappearing at quite high rates historically, and so we're trying to understand where they have been lost or where they have been cut, why they have been cut, and also maybe understand what that means for their environment. So I use a technique called remote sensing, which essentially means that I use satellite imagery to map where mangroves are, to understand how they have changed over time, and also what's causing them to change. I feel like I always loved science. I always really loved animals and plants, and so when I figured out that you could study them, I thought, okay, maybe I'll do that. I just always really loved watching animals or seeing animals in the wild, and I grew up in West Africa, and so at the time we had a garden and lots of birds would always come and fly, and they were just amazing. And so I spent a lot of time watching the birds, and then I also was able to go on a lot of trips with my parents, and one of them was to an animal game reserve, and when I went there and there were, saw lions, we saw lots of baboons, just being out there and thinking, wow, this exists, that was amazing. So my mom really encouraged me. She also wanted to be a scientist when she was young and an explorer, and I think she essentially transmitted that to me. We spent a lot of time going on hikes, walking outside, observing the environment around us, and that was really encouraging and motivating. When I went to graduate school, I had just taken a course in coastal marine ecology and found that really, really fascinating. And I also knew that I wanted to study tropical ecosystems, but I couldn't really decide if I wanted to study forests or become a marine biologist, essentially. And so then I thought, well, maybe mangroves. It's kind of in the middle. I get to do a little bit of both.
Want to learn more about our national parks? Then hit that subscribe button, friend. Stay up to date and catch bonus features by following us on Instagram @OutSCIder.